is a really full beer.
Yeah, it's really full. Oh, you gotta this first and then you drink. God, what's the protocol?
I don't want to spill all the beer.
That's true.
It's important.
Oh, that's good. That's actually pretty tasty.
Not too bad.
We're back at the Urban Tavern in Edmonton. Go on down if you're in town. I'm gonna do that. They're nice to us here.
They are. They treat us well. They give us a room to shoot in. That's always good.
It's like this evil lair.
And we can't see the chains on the wall. It's all good.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Well,
Amazing Race, season 30, legs 9 and 10.
yeah, I forget about episodes. Legs 9 and 10.
But it's no episodes. You keep going these 2-hour things that take forever to get caught up on.
I know.
It feels like.
And we forget things. Hopefully
We do.
We'll remember this time because we're a little bit earlier than last week.
Yeah.
So
And we make notes just in case. Yeah.
Can't see. They got notes. Okay.
Yeah.
So teams leave Zimbabwe and have to go through Bahrain
Going to Bahrain.
via Dubai,
Dubai.
which they have to stay in Dubai a bit longer because someone's lost their passport.
Yeah. Lucas, for one time, he actually gets to hold on to his passport, sets it down as they're getting off the plane, and pretty much leaves it there.
Oh, that sucks. But
So, yeah, it's a sucky way to be stuck in Dubai.
And despite the attempts to make it look interesting, they were pretty gone. They're
Yeah,
gone.
you pretty much know
Once you lose your
what's going to happen
passport-
by the end of this.
If you don't get it back within the first hour or so of losing it, it's gone.
Well,
You're gone. You're toast. Doesn't matter how fast you go. So
And they stuck around in the airport trying to get back on the plane until everybody else had left in case somebody
just
found a
in
passport.
case, but
Never happened.
as soon as that plane left,
They were heading off to the embassy.
they're gone.
Yeah.
They're go home. See you later. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, pretty much. Meanwhile, the other 4 teams
Off to Bahrain.
off to Bahrain.
And they have to find the Dow shipyard.
Yes.
Yes.
A big boatyard and.
Well, they make these ships by hand. It's kind of cool. I've heard about these ships, and it's really neat. They travel far too. So they get a whole bunch of wood, 300 pounds of wood, which sounds like a lot of wood.
When it's
but-
raw, it's like the logs. It's all these.
yeah, I mean, like if you can, like Alex and Connor, it's like carry them together. We'll get a bunch of them. I mean,
Yeah.
you got like Cody carrying like 800 pounds on his own.
Jessica on one side, a big log on the other side, carrying them down to the scale.
I mean, you could carry, like we talked in the car on the way, you could carry her backpack, probably the logs, and still.
And he'd still be doing the
He'd still
task.
be doing the task and win the race probably because he's throughout this whole legs. He's amazing.
Yeah,
He's
he's
tough.
fun to watch.
He's fun to watch. He's a tough guy. I remember being young like that, but I don't think I was that strong.
That energetic.
Anyway, so
Connor starts hauling it, one on each end of these big logs, whereas Christy and Jen are like, wait, you're carrying one log for 2 of you. We're just going to drag one at a time, each. So they were doing it a little faster.
those guys are tough too.
And yeah, they're very
They're
competitive.
strong.
Yeah, and the Christy and Jen managed to get through it first.
Not by much. They just
Not by
started
much.
weighing first, and
Alex and Connor right on their tail.
they had the same amount of weight through the same amount of fruit through the same amount of work. I mean, they had less logs, but they had bigger logs.
Yeah. And they're both pretty much done. Got the next clue. They're heading out as
Yeah.
the other teams are starting to arrive.
Yeah.
And they're heading to the King of Halva.
King of
If you go into
Halva.
the market area, find the King of Halva.
Well, halva is. I know it's a food.
Yeah, it's
I've had food halva before.
yeah,
It's tasty.
kind of a sweet sort of
Yeah.
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 Anyway,
So,
easy task. They both those teams arrived pretty much at the same time.
Well, they had to figure what they were going. They thought the king of halva was some dude,
yeah.
but they realized, oh, it's a food. We have to go to the sweet place.
Showwater sweets.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good. Good. You read the notes, or you remember that?
I remember that actually. But so they both find Showwater sweets pretty much on top of each other. Both try the halwa and
Yeah, it's good. And they had a bit of coffee,
yeah, I think so.
which would have been really nice, but an energy boost.
And then they're off from there. They're now heading to where were they going after that?
Where were they going after that, Gord?
I don't know. Oh, the pottery.
The pottery place.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Delmon Pottery Industry. But they're heading off to Delmont Pottery Industry. Meanwhile, back in Dubai, Lucas finally gets his replacement passport. Yeah.
Too late.
So what?
And Henry and Evan and Cody
and Jessica.
Jessica are doing the task. I mean, Henry and Evan, it's a strong, hard task for them, but they get it done.
Yeah.
They all find Hullah guy, King of Hullah. They all sort of...
And again, it took them a while to find the guy, but eventually they all figured it out.
And they all find the pottery at different times, but they're all still there at the same time.
Yes.
Although some are
all
faster
teams
than
are
others.
still pretty
And
much
that was
all
a-
teams are there at the
That
same
was
time.
that was a good task, the pottery task.
That was a very detailed memory-oriented task. That's a task I would probably do.
Long. It's one of those tasks that would take a long time. You just have to be patient enough.
You're back and forth. You could only take. I mean, you have piles of pottery everywhere with a tiny little item in each one.
And you had 10 of them.
And you have to find 10 of them, and you can only check one at a time. And the items are similar enough, so it's like, oh, here's the cross on a piece of wood, or this one, a cross which is just a black cross on a piece of wood.
Yeah, it was very detailed, and it took time, and they had to bring it back to the guy who, it's a match.
Yes.
That guy. A match. Even though Cody and Jessica are out first, they get lost.
They get lost again.
Everybody seems to get lost.
Yeah.
But then
I think Alex and Connor
got there
village
first. I think the fact they had been there before really helped them a bit, but they still got lost.
They still got lost.
Because they're not driving in the streets, they're just driving in them.
Yeah, they're big oval.
Well, I
big
think
loop.
in Bahrain, the Grand Prix is more, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so of course, everybody gets there and they get to the endurance village, which is where they have to milk a camel, get a glass of camel milk.
I think
They didn't have to drink it.
No, Connor seemed to be having a little too much fun with this one.
He did. Yeah. It was interesting. They get there. They had finished theirs, and then about the time they finished, I think was when Christy and Jen showed up. And
they were excited too because they like animals.
They love animals, so that was good for them. Worked well for them. And then Henry and Evan, I think, showed up next.
I believe so.
Yeah, and then Cody and Jessica showed up at last on this one.
Did they?
They did. They showed up last there.
They really lost it.
And then they, Jessica was going to do the camel milking, and as soon as she goes to touch it, ooh, it's disgusting, it's slimy.
I think she had a problem with genders too, because she kept saying, there's testicles right behind him.
Yeah.
Cody's going like, it's called an udder. No, there's testicles. No,
okay,
I don't think so. That'd be a different kind of milking. You know what I'm talking about. And you don't want to do that.
Anyway, so
I went there.
Cody took over.
Cody took over again.
They finished the milking, and then he decides, oh, I'm just going to drink it.
He's going to drink it. Of course he's going to drink it.
Yeah, well, off to the mat. Tree of Life.
Tree of Life. It's an interesting place.
Big tree in the middle of nowhere.
And, Alex and Connor, again.
Team number one.
Team number one.
They win $7,500 each.
Which is nice. They could probably use it. I don't know. Sure. They're quite successful auto racing guys, so they probably have money. But anyways,
a little extra money is always good.
Buy yourself a car.
Yeah. Or rent an apartment.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, then you can get off the other guy's couch.
I don't think he's sleeping on that couch.
Probably.
They're sleeping together. He's got a room.
He has a room. Christy and Jen, team number two. Henry and Evan, team number three.
Are they?
I think so. If I remember correctly, yeah. Cody and Jessica, team number four.
They keep getting lost, but makes no difference.
Everybody's checked in, and eventually Lucas and Brittany arrive in Bahrain.
They show up
make their way to the mat.
No, they show up at a dial.
Yeah.
And Phil shows up. Phil comes out in the dark.
So they didn't do anything there because, there was no reason.
That's never a good sign when Phil shows up at the task because it means you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're go home. So they're out, and
it was a good race for them.
It's a good race for them.
She got engaged.
She got engaged. Yeah. It's a bit of a mistake. He forgave him, but still. Yeah, that sucks.
Now we're down to 4 teams as we go into leg number 10.
Leg 10.